Now back in the 90s, the world was going crazy for Sonic the Hedgehog, especially thanks to the first two games.
Wow.
However, when it came to Sonic 3, a new craze swept the nation, especially with the introduction of Knuckles the Echidna. And from his introduction, Knuckles has become a firm favourite with gamers, especially with a certain one that I know.
Giggity giggity. Giggity goo.
However, at the time there was a certain mystery surrounding Knuckles and the floating island he calls home. And with that thought in mind, it's time to take a trip back through Mobian history. Ever since the Chaos Emeralds descended upon the planet of Mobius, these mystical gems have become the subject of desire for so many. While some seek to use the Chaos Emeralds for their own selfish needs, others know full well that these magical gems are to be protected at all costs. Obviously, these days the Chaos Emeralds are guarded by Knuckles, but these aren't the only things under the watchful eye of this heroic guardian.
Oh, really?
Angel Island and all its secrets is kept safe thanks to the ongoing efforts of Knuckles. However, there is one super important relic that is crucial for this floating island.
Interesting.
And this would be the Master Emerald, a source of unbounded power that is far greater than the 7 Chaos Emeralds combined. Now it's said that the Master Emerald itself rules over the 7, as well as containing an entity that supposedly has the power to cause havoc and destruction. Luckily though, the Master Emerald has always had a protector, making sure the forces of evil never get their hands on this powerful and mystical gem. Ever since the coming of the Chaos Emeralds, the Echidna tribes are taking upon themselves to become the protectors of these mystical gems. As each custodian took on the role of protector, they would develop a deeper connection with the Chaos Force, with some channeling the mystical power of the Master Emerald.
And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
And when it came to Lock the Echidna, this control of the Chaos Force was both a blessing and a curse, with him being able to see visions of the future. In this dire vision of the future, the father of Knuckles would witness his son-to-be struggle against a horrible and unspeakable evil. However, Locke was a very highly talented scientist, and possessing an advanced knowledge of genetics, he would begin to experiment with his own DNA, essentially preparing his future son for the grim future that could come to pass. Eventually, Locke would father a child, but before this baby was born, Locke took the unhatched egg and then irradiated it with Chaos Emerald energy. The mystical energy within the Chaos Emerald would have a strong influence on the unborn child, which would become apparent when Knuckles hatched out of his egg.
Great Scott.
As he grew, the effects of the Chaos Emeralds were beginning to show, but it seemed that there was a hidden power locked within the very essence of Knuckles, and eventually the wheels of fate would change once again, forcing Knuckles to take on the role of Guardian. Eventually, the life of Knuckles would be forever changed, especially when a certain evil scientist crash-landed on Angel Island.
Good morning.
It was from this encounter that Knuckles would go on to become a part of Sonic's world, sometimes antagonising the Blue Blow on his adventure, as well as going on several escapades of his own.
An adventure! Yeah!
Throughout his own journey over Mobius and beyond, Knuckles would come across many individuals of different shapes and sizes. For example, Rouge the Bat. The atmosphere between Rouge and Knuckles was always electric, with some speculating a certain spark between the pair. But his role as guardian of the Master Emerald took precedence over everything, and I mean everything.
Oh my.
Now Knuckles will always be that cool, if not slightly hot-headed individual, but with a heart of gold and a need to protect the weak. Over time, this type of behaviour would allow Knuckles to let his guard down, and Tails. Knuckles would often allow the pair to visit Angel Island multiple times, all without consequence. Whereas in the past, any intruder on the floating isle would be met with a world of pain. Although these days, there are times when Knuckles has to leave Angel Island, and when he does, he always makes sure that the Master Emerald is kept in the hands of somebody competent. From his misunderstood beginnings, Knuckles is perhaps one of Sonic's most powerful allies, as well as being his biggest rival. This rivalry now is a mixture of respect and friendship, and thanks to the blue blur, the life of solitude that Knuckles once had has come to an end. And while there may be many adventures to go on, who knows what the future has in store for the greatest guardian of the Masked Emerald. Anyway, come back next time where the cartoon guy fully embraces the summer of Sonic once again, but this time around, a certain cartoon from the 90s makes an appearance. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.